Hello Bilarchy family. Sending you out your weekly video. There's nobody out here in construction this time, so hopefully you can hear me pretty good. No, I will not be picking up sticks this time as I walk around. I refrain from doing that during my videos. I'm still waiting to hear back from the office about the detached garage. I'm going to hit them back up when I get to the office, send them another email again. If I know you guys, you've probably been out here just about every day, which is fine. I'm going to give you a heads up about halfway through the process. They're going to have all the doors on and they'll be locking up the house. So when you want to come out, just let me know. I'll be out here and open the house up for you. I'm going to go through some of the processes of the construction of the home while I got you guys here. Moving a little bit faster than I like, which you guys are probably loving, but I'll go over some different things that I like to go over. One of them is our window seals. On our homes, we're the only builder that I know that does this. We use a four-way seal on the windows. We use a four-way protection. Sorry, it's a little hard for me to hold the camera. I broke my finger the other day. Here, I'll walk to the inside. It's probably a little bit easier to see. Go inside the garage. Around the windows and around the outside of the house, there's a black seal around all the windows and doors and stuff like that. This is a seal that we run, and I'll show you on the outside as well. This is the first layer seal. Then you use the weather wrap, the dowel wrap, on top of that. And we put on this almost like foil tape that goes in before the window does. And it goes on the inside of the window as well as the outside of the window, which I'll show. And then we put the window in, put the layer seal on the outside, and then we seal the window once we put the brick up. So there's actually 4 different layers of seal around all the windows and doors. Now, you'll notice that black, almost like a really thick garbage bag layer below the wrap is also down here at the bottom. And what that does is, behind your brick, there's going to be a gap between your brick and the wall itself. There can get what's called a condensation or vapor buildup. The state of Florida requires there to be a gap in between every 4 or 5 bricks at the bottom. Which looks like there's not any mortar in there, but it's just an opening that's required to be there. And this plastic wrap sits in between those bricks, sits on those bricks with the opening, and allows any condensation that could build up to come out of the house. Doesn't always happen, but every now and again you'll see it. And then we'll go over a little bit more of that when you walk in. As you can see, your roof has the felt paper on, and they have the shingles up there, so it should be going on pretty soon. Looks like the whole house is framed. They've got the door on, but they don't have the locks on yet, so I'll go ahead and walk in. And I take videos rather than pictures because it's hard when you take pictures for people to understand where the rooms are at. And you're going to notice when I walk in here, I'm going to actually do a lot of the floors, showing a lot of the floor more than I am the walls, because it's kind of hard to show depth perception in a video on a camera. As we walk in, obviously, this is the living room or family room. Those are your double French doors which lead out to your rear porch. This is your den study, which I'll show you the floor as you walk in. The next step you're going to see from here, guys, would be your electrical and insulation. Not installation, insulation. Sorry. And you'll see that process next. Your windows are already installed. You can see the sticker over here for your low E windows. Now, part of our framing process that's different than a lot of other builders, we use engineered trusses, which you can see they have those steel plates stamped into them. It's a more precise and a stronger hold than a stick-built house or stick-built trusses. It actually saves us money because there's less wasted material, and it's a more precise build, so they're a stronger truss. We use, on our top truss pieces, we use southern yellow pine, grade, I believe 1 or 2 are better on the top. And that's actually one of the stronger woods you can use. Now, we don't use the same woods on your wall beams. Reason being, southern yellow pine can warp, which is not a problem for your trusses. Doesn't matter if it warps or not, it's just a really strong wood. We use a spruce pine on the 2x4s on the wall, because they're less likely to warp, so you won't get bowing and everything else in your wall like you see in some homes when they use the same wood throughout. It's a little bit more difficult when we use the different kind of woods, but it's a better building process We prefer it that way. View of the living room again, and we're going to work our way into the front bedroom up here. Now, that hole's supposed to be there. Don't freak out. That's where your air conditioning vent's going to be. They just want to make sure that nobody forgets that. This is your front bedroom. I'm not sure who gets assigned this room. Not my choice in the matter. And this is the oriented strand board we use on the outside of the home as well as the roof. I'm not sure if you're familiar with oriented strand board and how it works. It is a extremely moisture resistant wood. Far better than plywood and far better than pressed wood. Mr. Henry was actually the first builder in the Panhandle, Florida to use it. And the way that he got talked into using it is they took a piece of plywood and put it in a bucket. They put a piece of oriented strand board and put it in a bucket. 2 weeks later they came back, the plywood was separating, the oriented strand board was not. And that's why he decided to use the product. They've got some of your insulation in here. Now we insulate all the walls in the bathrooms to help keep noise out. And this is your middle bathroom here between the two front bedrooms. This is where your toilet would be, it looks like. And that's the runnings for your vanity, which will be located over here, and that's for your shower / tub. Now, one thing that we use differently than a lot of other builders in our insulation, a lot of builders use a stick-in insulation. It's like a stick adhesive or a gravity grab insulation. The problem is, in time, like anything else, gravity will pull it down and you'll get a gap along the top where the insulation was at, and it'll actually be allowing the hot or cold air into your home. We use a staple in insulation. I don't know if you guys can see the staples here or not, but that's one right there. We staple in location so it can't move. And the back of this is a moisture / mold resistant, so you don't grow any mold if for whatever reason there happens to be any water. Another step that we go above and beyond. We just try to make sure that your home's going to be here for the next 30, 40, 50 years. This is the linen closet that would be across the hall from the bathroom. And this is your middle bedroom here as we make our way around. And once again, here's that 4-step barrier. You're only going to see 3 right now. You've got your black wrap, your dowel wrap, and then your foil adhesive tape that goes on there. And this is your closet here for this room, which obviously is going to be a little bit easier to see when I show the floor. And you'll see as the house goes along, you'll see where the air conditioning ducts go in, where all the running goes for your electrical and all that fun stuff. And then here is the archway for this one, as well as one across the living room over there. And then we've got one more back here. And then one in the kitchen as well right there, which we'll get to that in a little bit. We're going to head back into the back bedroom, which also opens up into that floor room that you guys added on to the back. There's a window there. You've got the framing done with your 45-degree angle here for the closet that was cut in half. This is where the closet door will be, and of course the size of the closet here. I hope your in-laws don't have a whole lot of clothes. And this is the access back into the back bathroom here. Toilet, water hookups, and of course the shower. And that installation's not complete. Don't freak out. They're not quite done yet. I'm not going to leave it like that. This is where your double vanity doors will lead, or not double vanity, your double French doors will lead out into the floored room, which I think you guys did a great job of picking your windows and how it looks. I think it's going to look great in here. And then the double French doors that lead out to the patio, and I'll walk out there real quick and then come back in through the house so you guys can see. But this is your rear covered porch, which is astronomically large. And a view of your backyard. Your bricks are already here, so that should be going up pretty soon. This is going to be a great house, guys. I really do feel this is probably going to be the best house in the neighborhood, at least for right now. You know, we do have that $352,000 house, but then again, I'm not a big fan of that floor plan, so this may be the best house in the neighborhood, at least in my opinion. This is a view from the back bedroom to the living room. It'll be a lot easier to show you guys how the house is going to shape out once the drywall goes up, but this gives you an idea of the outlay of the house. This is your bay windows where the breakfast area are. You'll have a chandelier hanging down roughly around right there. And that's the conduit for your islands. Your island will be located and centered right there. This is your open kitchen option where they cut the bar in half. It's where your sink will be. Your dishwasher will be located right here. And of course, stove and microwave will be up there. And this is the pantry over here. There's the archway in the kitchen I was referring to before. This is a view into the dining room from the kitchen with the two double 4-foot, those do look like 4-foot, 6-foot windows instead of 3-5. Yeah, those are 4-foot, 6-foot windows, 4x6. And this great reverse windows above them. This is where your washer, looks like washer and dryer hookups here. Yeah, this is your washer and dryer hookups right here. We'll get back to the garage here in a minute, but this is the linen closet that is in the hallway leading out back to the master suite. Your master suite with your two 4-foot by 6-foot windows. I don't know if you could quite see it, but there is the tray ceiling already lined in here. This is the wall. Now, I don't know if you guys notice this or not. It's a little hard to see sometimes in the video, but the bottom, I'm going to say it's 18 inches or so, is treated with what's called a borat treatment. That's the termite treatment that's used on your home. It's an oil-based product that is sprayed and soaks into the wood. Once again, Mr. Henry was the first one in the Panhandle to use it. A guy by the name of Brian Killingsworth actually developed the product locally out of Pensacola. He was the first guy to ever develop it and use the product. Now it's used nationwide. It's a great product that they use. Previously, they used to use a treatment that they sprayed directly onto the ground. Well, the problem is in the construction process, it got so hot, a lot of that stuff would evaporate, and the treatment wasn't as well as the borat treatment. Didn't work quite as well, which is why Mr. Henry decided to give it a try, and it works out extremely well for him. Your home does come with a 1-year bonded warranty for termite treatment. By the way, we are in your master bathroom. Those are your two walk-in closets. This is where your garden tub will be located at, your separate shower, and then your water closet and your double vanity. I know right now it looks tiny, guys, but it's going to be a lot larger. Once you actually get all the walls in and everything else, it's going to make it feel a lot larger than it does right now. I'm going to work our way back to the garage. Laundry room, linen closet and a laundry room. Those water hookups are actually for the shower and the tub. This is where your washer and dryer connections will be located at. This is where your water heater will be located at. And this is your 3-car garage here. Single door in the back, double door in the front. Once again, the next video will actually give you a lot more information because you'll actually be able to see where your electrical hookups are and everything for that. I'm going to walk around the outside of the house. That way, if you guys see anything you have any questions about, you can definitely let me know. This is a lip that we put in to every one of our garages, so you know. I believe it's a 2-foot or 3-foot drop from the back of the garage to the front. It's a very slight drop. But this lip is another big way that we help keep water out of the garage and the house. As you're familiar with the bottom seal on a garage door, it's not spectacular and there's no way to fix that. But that garage door will actually close in front of that lip, so if any water whatsoever actually gets pushed up under by wind or rain, by wind from the rain, that lip will prevent it from actually getting into the garage. Now these metal straps here are straps that they actually attach in between the bricks as they lay the bricks. And they actually hold the bricks to the house to keep the wall, you know, obviously straight and more sturdy. And there's a brick ledge down at the bottom underneath this sand here, so they're going to have to pull it away when they lay these bricks. And that's part of the foundation of the home. They pour that with the foundation. So your bricks are attached to the foundation of the home and then attached to the walls in the house to help hold the house down on the foundation for whatever reason. You know, tornadoes come through, create lift hurricanes. It's one of the many ways that we've come across to help the strength and stability of the home and to help, once again, the longevity of the house. Looks like they've got your detached garage fenced out, but I haven't heard anything back from the office yet. So again, here's your brick. I'll get a little bit closer view so you guys can see the color. Double back windows. View of your detached rear covered porch. Work our way around the other side. And of course, the low E sticker on your windows. Well, if you guys have any questions, please do not hesitate at any point to call or email me with any questions. I'll be able to give you a lot more overview and a lot more insight on your home as the progress goes throughout. So I'll be sending you a weekly video going through different things, different advantages of the home, different construction tips on what we do. That's different than our competition, so you maybe know, so you don't have any questions. As you can see here, this is a better view of it. This gives you an idea of how thick that foundation is. And it goes further down than that. It's a little hard for me to show it here, but your brick ledge is right there. I don't know if you can see it or not, but you probably can hear my finger hitting the concrete. That's where your brick ledge is, and it comes out far enough for you to actually stack the brick on, and then these actually tie into the brick themselves. So that'll give you an idea of what I was referring to before. That's how far out the brick ledge goes. Right here where this piece of wood is. And it wraps all the way around the outside of the house where the brick's going to be at, so it helps tie the brick into the house and hold the house once again down for structure. Well, like I said, if you guys have any questions or any concerns, please feel free to email or call me at any time. I'll be sending out weekly videos. I hope you guys enjoy your weekend.